This is the Middle Tennessee High School Sports Show with your hosts, Mike Strasinger and Jacob Golson.
All right, how's my hair look?
Great.
Perfect?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do this. All right. Welcome into another edition of the Middle Tennessee High School Sports Show. I'm Mike Strasinger alongside of Jacob, the natural, Golson.
Woo! Let's go!
All right, he's pumped. We got a big show today. We're here taping this live at the Corner Pub in the Woods. Thanks to Woods Murphy and his staff. They've been awesome all season long. We're rolling along now. It's a busy time of year. Last week, we've already had golf championships. Last week was volleyball championships. This week, we got soccer championships and cross-country championships. Yep. And football, it's the last week of the regular season. Huge week, fun times. All right, we're going to go right into our volleyball recap. Last week, I was at MTSU for the TSSAA state championship matches. It was a lot of fun. 5 matches, championship matches on one day. And we started right off with Division II Single A. It was St. George's out of Memphis over Concord Christian in a great match. In Division II Double A, it was Briarcrest getting it done over Knoxville Catholic. And Knoxville Catholic played some great defense. Briarcrest just a little too much for them. Then in Division II-A, it was Summertown getting their first ever title. They've been there several times, but it was the first time they've ever won it all. And they got a win over Watertown. It was a great atmosphere. It was a ton of fun. I love the smaller schools. It's like they brought the whole town with them. It was a lot of fun. In Division I AA, Nolensville, in their very first appearance at the state tournament, they got it done over Portland. And Portland was looking for a three-peat, but Nolensville, and get this, Nolensville has no seniors on the team, so they're going to be back. Wow. Okay, so they won the school's first ever title in anything, in a team sport. Now, I got to say this, I was a little disappointed in the Nolensville crowd. I was sitting there, the student section was right behind me, and I heard some pretty tasteless and classless things coming out of from the student section directed at Portland. Not cool, Portland. Not cool, Nolensville. So you can do better than that. In Division I, AAA, great match between Brentwood and Houston. Brentwood looking for their 7th title in a row, 15th overall. Played a great Houston team. It was a fabulous match. It went 4 sets. Brentwood got it done in 4 to win their 7th title and give Coach Barbara Campbell her 15th title overall.
Wow.
It was insane. It was great. And what was so cool was the emotion at the end. Barbara Campbell and her team they're hugging and crying. It was just great. And even after all those championships, winning does not get old. It was really cool to see.
That's awesome.
All right. We also have cross country starting off over here on Saturday at the TSSAA state championships in cross country starting Saturday at Steeplechase. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so there's going to be 8 total races, starting with Division I large schools, girls and boys, then moving on to Division II Single A, and then Division II Double A, and then we'll finish off with Division I small schools. These races are going to start at around 10:30, and we'll probably get done around 3 o'clock. But get out there, support all these runners. They've been working hard all year to make their times better and just get better overall in what they do. And we're excited for these races.
Yeah, it's a great thing. This is what they've been working for all year long, starting in the summer. I see these kids out here running in the heat of the summer, and I can't imagine doing that. And then this is where it culminates. You've been trying to get better, get your time better, and peak here at the state meet. It's a lot of fun.
Anything can happen, really.
Absolutely. All right, Jacob. I think it's football time, and this is why we're all here today. I think it's getting very exciting this time of year. As you know, I hope you've been following along all year. Jacob and I have had a little friendly competition picking games. It's a random thing. I come up with 10 or 11 games for us to pick each week, and we keep a running total. And this week will be our last week, and the loser is going to pay the winner $50 to the charity of their choosing. I'm playing for the World Wildlife Fund, and Jacob is playing for.
I'm playing for Men of Valor, a Nashville prison ministry.
So next week there might be some money changing hands here.
Yeah,
we'll see. So this is the last week of regular season play, and the way it works, the top 4 teams from each region make the playoffs, and that will give us 32 teams in each Division I bracket. I'm not sure how the Division II, how many teams there are, but it's changing a little bit. But the website, TSSAAsports.com, will have all the brackets and stuff, and we'll be tweeting out this stuff as well.
Yep.
As far as our picks go, Jacob has been just killing it all year long, but I'm not doing badly, okay?
No.
But I've been nipping at his heels all year long, and right now, check this out. I was 9-2 last week, and now 68-18 after 86 games. That's a 791 percentage. Jacob was 7-3 last week. That's 69-17 after 86 games. So we've picked the same number of games, and he's batting 802 percentage. And what's interesting this week, he's going to have 11 games. I'm going to have 10. So he has a chance to, do better or worse because of those percentages. Okay, and the way we do it, we pick list A or B, and I think you took A this week.
I did take A this week.
You're up.
All right, so my first game of the last week, it's exciting. I've got a tough one right off the bat. Baylor 8-1 overall, 3-1 in region at Brentwood Academy, 6-3 overall, 2-2 in region. Great conference matchup as the season comes to a close. Baylor's in second place in the conference right now, whereas Brentwood Academy is in third place. A win here would swap the two in placement. Even though Baylor's coming off a bye week, they're probably going to be rested and ready for this game. I think they're going to lose to Brentwood Academy in this matchup. I think McCauley's the best team in the region, but I think Brentwood Academy is the second best, and in order for that to happen, BA's got to beat Baylor here. Last game, home game, Eagles get the job done. Next matchup, University School of Jackson, 6-3 overall, 5-2 in region, at Clarksville Academy, 3-6 overall, 1-6 in region. Rule number 1, you have to beat the last place team in your region. You just can't drop those games. So in that case, University School of Jackson, can't lose this one. I'm going with them. In the words of Forrest Gump, that's all I've got to say about that.
Okay.
Next game, DeKalb County, 6-4 overall, 2-1 in region, at Cumberland County, 0-9, 0-3 in region. This is the exact same situation as the last game. Cumberland County is last place in the region, so DeKalb County, they can't afford to lose this game. There's too much on the line for playoffs, and so I think they're going to win this game against a winless Cumberland County team that's been outscored by a total of 391-94.
Ooh.
Next game, CPA, 3-6 overall, 3-0 in region, at FRA, 7-2 overall, 2-1 in region. CPA suffered from a tough schedule this year, but I also think it took them a little bit of a while to get things clicking. After their dominating home win over BGA that we went to, the Lions, they've really played solid football since then, maintaining an undefeated region record, and I think they spoil FRA's last home game of the year and get the win. Next matchup is Cheatham County, 1-8 overall, 0-4 in region, at Harpeth, 1-8 overall, 0-4 in region. Not the best records, but this game will not disappoint. These two teams hate each other. They really do. I've heard through the grapevine that Harpeth is on their third-string quarterback since their first two have each gone down to collarbone injuries.
Wow,
so in that case, I'm going to go with Cheatham County because Harpeth's quarterback is a freshman, and I don't think he'll be quite ready for this matchup.
Okay.
My next game is Spring Hill, 1-9 overall, 0-4 in region, at Lawrence County, 4-5 overall, 0-4 in region. This is homecoming for Lawrence County. A little late in the year, I was surprised, but still their homecoming game. They really haven't had all that bad of a year, just 0-4 in region. That's a little bit disappointing. A lot of close losses. I think everything comes together in this game for them, and they're going to be able to get their first region win. Spring Hill, they've kept games close, but I think Lawrence County is the better team. My next game is White House Heritage, 6-3 overall, 2-3 in region, at Montgomery Central, 7-2 overall, 3-2 in region. Both need this win for good playoff seeding. I went with Montgomery Central last week, and they let me down. However, they're undefeated at home this year. I can't go against them on that stat. So I'll let it pass that they let me down this week, but don't do it again. Please, please, please don't let me down. I need this. Come on, Montgomery Central. Next game is Giles County, 4-5 overall, 2-2 in region, at Pearl-Cohn, 10-0, 4-0 in region. Even though their record is amazing, Pearl-Cohn, they can't just put in their subs for this game. They need this win to secure first place in the region and finish off their first ever incredible undefeated season. I think, though, they will be able to play their second string in this game because they'll get a lead early, and I don't think Giles County is any match for the Firebirds. They're going to do it. They're going to get an undefeated season. Go Pearl-Cohn.
Go Firebirds.
Next game, Lebanon, 4-5 overall, 2-2 in region. At Rossview, 4-5 overall, 1-3 in region. Lebanon lost to their rivals last week in Wilson Central by 1 point. Heartbreaking. Feel bad for them. I think they're going to be fired up, ready for this game. They know the playoffs are the big picture, and they need this win over Rossview to secure good playoff seeding. So go with the Blue Devils. Next game is Community, 1-8 overall, 0-4 in region. At Summertown, 5-4 overall, 2-2 in region. Summertown, they've had a lot of close losses this year. Their record could easily be better than it is. Playoff implications on the line, of course. They've got to beat Community, the last place team in the region. I think they're going to do so easily. I was impressed by Summertown when Mike and I went down there and saw them defeat Loretto in overtime. I know they won't disappoint the huge home crowd there. Now, if you're down there for this game, Mike and I both recommend you stop by the Summertown Sonic. It's a great atmosphere, great place to be.
It's a nice place.
Last game of List A, Collinwood, 4-5 overall, 3-2 in region. At Wayne County, 2-7 overall, 2-3 in region. A lot on the line here in this rivalry game. Winner goes home, or winner goes to the playoffs. Loser goes home. I don't know, Mike. These teams are pretty evenly matched.
Okay.
Wayne County, they've yet to win a home game. They're going to do it in front of this home crowd. I know it. They're going to get the job done over Collinwood. Last game, upset win, upset over Mike. It's going to happen. Boom.
Nice.
You get it?
I don't know. Did I get it?
There's a fly that's been going all around.
Let's see. No, I did not get it. Okay. We may cut that out. I don't know. All right, you're done?
I'm done.
Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty solid. You've done great all year.
Thank you.
All right, Jacob. This is how it's done. It's been a marathon, not
You're
a
the pro.
sprint. Not a sprint. I'm not a pro, but all year long I've been coming.
Yep.
And this is where I get it done. Now I got to admit, I think you had some tougher games to pick than I did, but it's just the luck of the draw.
Yep.
All right, starting it off, Westmoreland 1-3, 4-5 at Cascade 1-3, 2-7 overall. Winner gets in the playoffs, loser's done. These are the type of games I love this time of year. Each team has lost their last three. Now I reached out to a friend of mine, Terry McCormick, who covers the teams in the Westmoreland area. You may know him from the Titans coverage. This guy knows what he's talking about. And after talking with Terry, we're going to go with Westmoreland on this one. Okay. Shelbyville 3-1, 8-1 at Columbia 2-2, 6-3. Shelbyville is in. They're looking at second place probably, and Columbia looks like they're in. They still going to make it in probably even with the loss. I'm going to go with Shelbyville in this one, just by a little bit though. All right, Republic 0-4 and 0-8 at East Nashville 2-2, 7-2. East Nashville, easy. Glencliff 0-4, 0-9 at Gallatin 3-1, 8-1. Gallatin. All right, Hickman County 2-2, 5-4 at Houston County, 3-1, 8-1. Both teams have locked up playoff berths. Houston County is trying to maintain their second place spot, and they need a win to do so. And they're the better team here, so Houston County gets this one done. Livingston Academy, 3-0, 9-0. They're going for a perfect 10-0 season. At Macon County, 2-1, 5-4. Last year, the Livingston Academy Wildcats went 5-5. They made the playoffs, but they lost in the first round. This year, the Wildcats have avenged every loss from last year so far. Cookville, check. Upperman, check. Stone Memorial, check. York Institute, check. Next up, Macon County. It's over. Livingston Academy goes 10-0.
Wow.
Webb School 11-5, 1-6 overall. At MTCS 3-3, 3-6. Webb School in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, not to be confused with the Webb School in Knoxville. They've had a rough year. It's almost over, guys. Okay. MTCS wins this one and we'll head to the playoffs. Independence 3-1, 6-3 overall. Ravenwood 3-1, 8-1 overall. Both teams played Metro teams last week in non-region games. Independence got humbled by Pearl-Cohn 27-6, while Ravenwood handled Cane Ridge 28-15. This game is for second place in the Region 6A, so there's a lot on the line because there's a big difference between second and third. Every notch you can get up there is better. Going with Ravenwood in a close one. Wilson Central 2-2 in region, 5-4 overall. At Station Camp, 0-4, 0-9. Wilson Central is headed to the playoffs, and Station Camp is headed to the offseason. Wilson Central Wildcats in this one. Maplewood 2-2, 3-6 overall. At Tullahoma 2-2, 6-3 overall. This is my hardest game of the week. Maplewood's losses have come against Hillsborough East, Pearl-Cohn, Nolensville, Marshall County, and Mount Juliet, all playoff teams. Same for Tullahoma, with losses to Nolensville, Marshall County, and Shelbyville. Okay, and they've each won the same 2 region games. So this is really a tough one. And like we say, when in doubt, go with the home team. So I'm going to go with the home team. Tullahoma, maybe in overtime.
Nice.
On that one.
All those sound pretty good.
That's it. And so please follow along, see how we do. I'm excited. This is pretty exciting stuff.
Just a 1-game swing. Anything can happen.
That's right. He's 1 game ahead of me, so we'll see. That's going to do it for this week's edition. Please follow along at Mthsss Sports Show there on the Twitter and the Instagram. Subscribe, like us, don't like us, comment, whatever you got to do.
Yep.
We are out of here, my man.
Boom.
Great job.